Hello, hello, hello. Oh. Hi, Angela. Hi, Sue. Hi. Ashley. Good morning, Brioni. Oh, no, I just threw that away. That's actually not scrap. Hi, Trees. Hi, Sandy Kling. Little Mary Sharkey. Hi, Kay. Feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not talking to you. Hi, LaBeta. Hi, Miss Shauna. Nope, I'm not talking to you. Nope, I'm not talking to you. Hi, Lucia. I'm so mad at him right now. I am not talking to him. I'm so mad at him. Nope, I'm not talking to you. Nope, nope. You know, since whenever I was asked, like, in my 20s, like, oh, are you going to have kids? Do you want kids? And I was like, no, I don't think I want kids. And then as I got a little bit, mid 20s, I was like, well, if I don't have kids by the time I'm 25, I don't think I'm going to have kids. I had you right after my 26th birthday. But then I was asked, no, I'm not talking to you. Then I was asked, oh, what do you think about, not having girls? And I was like, no, I'm so happy I had boys. Like, I could not deal with one of me. God knew what he was doing when he gave me boys. They're easy. But they are disgusting individuals. Disgusting individuals. I cannot, and I will not tell you what happened. I will just tell you that it involved the carpet cleaner, me putting latex gloves on, and if I had a hazmat suit on, I would have put that on too. Why are you pushing that over here? Those are empty boxes for us to ship. I, in the last hour, and that's why my hair is like, I look like a wet, drowned rat. There is something about the job of parent, mother, especially. What is that? Oh, just hair. I thought it was something else. That we just are expected to do when things go awry. That is really disgusting. I don't get paid enough for this. By the way, I need a raise. Excuse me. I want a raise. Hi, Miss Edie. Hi, Diane Dunkelman. Hi, Miss Donna. How are you? Hi, Sheila. Sounds like something my son Greg did when he... Hi, Cindy Truitt. Let me just tell you that this episode started down here in my craft room, went all the way down the hallway, all the way up the stairs, all the way through the room to me, because I was in my bedroom about to get in the shower. Thank God I didn't take a shower first, y'all. Anyways, hi, Phyllis. Hi, Anya. It is a great day. If I drank, Anya, are you having any adult beverages? Because please have like 17 for me, because what I had to deal with just now. And it's not even necessarily a story that I can tell somebody, because it's gross. Like, it's not right. Like, anyways. Hi, how are you? I'm so traumatized right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So most of you guys seen that Redesign released the Christmas molds, and They are amazing. Mine didn't come today. They're going to be here tomorrow. I did post them up on my website, though. So if you haven't seen them, go take a look at them. Because, again, if you are like me and when it's 7,000 degrees outside and you are not thinking about Christmas, seeing the fabric tissues that they released and seeing these molds that they released, you kind of get in the Christmas spirit. Not kind of, you do. And I can't wait for the molds to get here tomorrow because I'm actually thinking that we're going to do something, maybe midnight. I don't know. Because I really want to use the houses. I really want to use the houses. Hello, Miss Edie, the other Miss Edie. Hi, Connie. Have a lot of margaritas for me. A lot of margaritas for me. I might tell Sue because Sue would she could stomach it, and then, but then I wouldn't tell Sue because Sue would laugh at me and think it was hilarious that I had to deal with that. Anyways, also the transfer that I am using today that I said would be here is here. So the bell blooms, I don't say that middle word. So the ones that I'm putting on the pumpkin, I'm not talking to you. The words that I'm putting on the pumpkin, let me just say 99.9% isopropyl alcohol that is in my arsenal. I was like bathing in it, okay, before I went into the shower. Anyways, so I do have these back in stock, and then there was a couple of other things that they did send to me that were out of stock that I put in the stock. But yeah, all of the molds are. I see the tracking. It's gonna be here tomorrow, and he's always super amazing and always has his timing down. So my FedEx guy always comes before I go live. And so I'll be able to show you tomorrow. But if you want to peek, go see, because the promo pics that we got for these molds as well, amazing. Now, one thing that I did get, hi Donnie, how are you? I am back. I came back yesterday. I had my auction on Sunday, so I was spending Monday and Tuesday packing boxes. Yeah, so, oh, Ash, it's just not right. It's just not right to tell you. I wish I could tell you, but I would probably get kicked out of Facebook and everything else. Anyways, hi Mac. The one thing that did come today though is this decoupage fiber tissue that it was really strange because when we did pre-orders for the release, so when the Branches Harmony release, this was part of that release, but when we were doing pre-orders, this went out of stock, which I thought was really strange, but then it came back in the stock and then somebody asked for it, so I went ahead and brought it in. But you guys, I don't know what kind of juju they did on this paper, but let me just show you. Now, I don't know if it will come across on camera. Sorry, the fan. And remember, these are reversible. So, hi, Kathy. How are you? So, these are reversible. So, just as vibrant on one side as it is the other side. But honestly, y'all, I was super bummed that I didn't get this paper when I was doing my orders for the Branches Harmony release, because I wanted to see for myself because it looks metallic on all of the promo stuff. And so I wanted to see if it looked metallic in person. And honestly, like I said, I don't know how they did it, but it looks metallic and it's amazing. Now, I realize that it's on a bigger scale. However, you guys know, you guys have seen me many a times. You can cut this into quarters and have many projects out of this. But I don't know how they got this color, but it is beautiful. The Bronze Age wax would look beautiful with this. The copper, so yeah. I mean, look at it just like that without seeing it open. I don't know. Yes. Yes. So this last release, see right here. So all of the fabric tissues from this release, and I'm hoping going forward, are all reversible. So all of the Christmas fabric tissues that I brought in, those are all reversible. So if you want Santa facing the other way, or the truck, or what have you, but it's a genius idea. But look at this. I'm just saying. I'll put my desk on the screen and I'll open it back up again. Good evening, Jill. So you guys can see it, but it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Let me get my life in order because I just, whoo! Even Onyx and Jack was like, ooh. Mom is mad. So, what on earth? What on earth? Who in God's name does something like this? Don't try to be all cute. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not going to talk to you for like at least an hour. I'm just kidding. What do you need, baby? A snack pack. Snack pack. Pudding time? Pudding time, as if we haven't seen enough of this lately. Here, baby. Yeah, no, you're definitely not getting a phone case after that debacle today. You're going to be lucky if you get dinner. Here, baby. Get. Here, put things in both of your hands so you can't mess with me. Okay, so let me open it back up so you guys can see it, because I know I'm like holding it, you know. We don't have white necessarily, do we? What is that that's white? Is there anything? Oh, here. This is a shipping envelope. I don't know. Something got sprayed on it or something, so I don't use it. But let me put the paper on the white background. But look at that. You see how it's just like, it's almost like juju. I don't know how they got that color, and the camera is crooked as all get out. But, and then again, it's just as vibrant on the other side. Just gorgeous. Okay, so yesterday we were working on the pumpkin, and as I was leaving you yesterday, I was like, oh, I'll go do form flex and blah, 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 blah. Obviously, there's not form flex in this mold, and after the morning that I've had. So we're just going to have to do what we do, and we're going to have to do, but I started thinking, though, do I want to cast these in white, or should I cast them in black? Because more than likely, I am going to put metallic on it, and you're going to see it from underneath. I mean, I almost feel like it would be better casted in black. Yeah, so I use OMG, quit showing new stuff. Okay, you wait till you see the molds tomorrow. Oh my gosh. What would look better from the, that's what I'm thinking, because I think because when you're looking at it dead on, right, you can see the back. So I actually think that black would be better than having that bright white. if that is in your store, I am so giddy. Yes, it is in my store. So these came today. These are already on the website. They're already loaded. The molds are actually loaded too, because I don't know. We were allowed to do pre-orders on those molds, but I didn't do it because pre-order scares me. I don't know. Unless it's in my hands, I get scared about doing pre-orders because what if like they lose my box and then I have everybody's money and let's just say they're out of stock and then I mean I know I just refund everybody's money, but that's just such a weird thing. I don't know. So anyways, they're all on there. You can see everything. I'm just telling you though, whoever did the promo pics for the molds and all the detail painting they did, especially on the Santas, I was like, wow, amazing. Okay, so we are going to pour. We'll go ahead and pour all of we're going to need a pipette. We'll go ahead and pour all of the leaves. Let's get a pipette, a pipette. I know it's a pipette. We'll go ahead and pour all of them. We're going to pop them out before they're fully cured, so that way they're still pliable, and we'll just mold them to the glass, which actually probably isn't bad because then it'll be nice and sturdy anyways. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna I sell the white and the black and actually the clear all in the store as well. So if you're looking for some good resin, you can find that in the store. Hi, Sandy Hinkleman. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Have you tried the one part A to half part B? No. Why? You really wouldn't want to do that because part B is your hardener. And also, when you mess with the ratios, it ruins your molds. It's happened. I've seen it happen. It's happened to Teresa. It's happened to me. It does something weird to your mold. So you really don't want to mess with the ratio. I've heard of people doing that because it will stay pliable. I just demold it or use something else. And that's only because, I mean, molds are expensive. If you take care of them, they'll last you forever. But I don't have strength in my hands, in my hand. All right. So please don't. So remember, the quick cure you do not have a very long open time with. So if you're not comfortable and you're not very quick, measure out part A first and then measure out part B and then mix them together. You don't need to stir this for 3 minutes. You don't even need to stir it for a minute, like 30 to 45 seconds max. I probably don't ever even stir it that long. But once you feel it start getting warm in your hands, you're running out of time because it's about ready to cure. So I'm going to use the pipette just for these little areas here so I don't have a ton of over pour. Hello, get in there. Thank you. Are you rearranging the kitchen? Oh. Babe, you just missed what happened to me. I can't even tell you. You would not even appreciate my story. Did you get all your hairs cut? All of them? Not just one of them? And then I always recommend that you have extra molds out just so you can, because resin is expensive. Now, one nice thing on the IOD molds is it does give you the grams that it takes to fill each one. Do I ever calculate and measure it out? Yeah, no. But, I mean, you could. Easy enough. You have a scale, Terry. I'm talking to myself, not you. But, that's just doing too much. All right. So, we're going to take these out when they're still pliable, and we're going to put them on here. If you reduce part B, the casting stays flexible, but it's a risk. I find one is safe. I remember going off like, yeah, no, I never, hi Sheila Teagan, I never recommend for anybody to mess with any resin. You don't, I mean, it's toxic chemicals as it is. What are you eating? Pizza? I don't even want to know where you got that from, do I? Oh, okay. It's toxic chemicals. You really don't want to start messing with ratios. I know, there goes Onyx following Nick. She follows Nick all the time because he gives her food. But yeah, I have, like I said, it has ruined the texture in my molds whenever I've done that, and I haven't even done it necessarily on purpose. But you do you. If you do it and it works fine for you, who am I to say? But if you ask me, I would never tell you to do it. Yeah. See you talking to Troy, you can't stay mad. No, I was talking to Nick. I was talking to Troy. I'm not talking to him. I'm mad at him. Yes, Sue, I'm getting up to get the Finner Bear waxes because I still haven't moved it yet. Did you give Troy my food? Did you give Troy food? Oh. What? Huh? I can't see that it's cut up, you smarty pants. And he put ranch by himself. He could do that by himself, Whatever. You see how these men treat me in my house? I'm going on strike. Do you guys remember the mom that put a big, it was like years ago, she put that big sign out in the front yard and said that she was on strike and it went viral? I'm going on strike. Nobody cares. You see, nobody's running going, no, Mom, don't. Huh? I said I'm going on strike. It's okay. We got this. We got pizza and DoorDash. No love whatsoever. The mistreatment. Huh. Hi, Tina. Hi, Michelle Chastain. I do, Mac. God. You went on strike at home? But see, here's the bad thing, right? If you go on strike, eventually you're gonna come off of strike, right? You're gonna come off of strike, and then guess who gets to clean up all of the mess and all the stuff that had happened while you were on strike? So it really defeats the purpose of going on strike, doesn't it? All right, so this one, I will tell you, the bigger the space, the quicker it's going to set. So in these little areas of the stem, the heat is what is happening, the whole conductive blah, 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 blah. So these little stems are probably going to give me a problem as far as setting up quick enough. You see, in order for me to, it's probably going to be gummy. Yeah, we'll deal with that. Because I really don't care about anything else at this moment. I care about the leaf. I don't want to touch the resin, although I do, I am a rebel on most cases. I don't want resin on my hands. This was the last one I poured, wasn't it? What? These little bees are not cooperating, are they? All right, so yeah, okay. Let's hook you right here. All right. I know, I just said I wasn't going to touch the resin. Okay. So we all know I can't put an even number of these on there just because it won't, my brain won't compute. So we're either going to need to make a fifth one. How now, brown cow? I mean, we could put that there like that, but that, I want them more sporadic. How is that? They're not enough. It looks weird, to be honest. I don't know if I like these. We're going to definitely need to pour more. I think the way that these are shaped, especially these, it's not going to work. So we will go ahead and pour 2 more of these at least and see if, because right now I don't like them. I'm not crazy about them. Hi, Debbie. Oh, you know what it is? Well, I've kind of had nails off and on for, many, many years. But it's always been a thing for me. If people are constantly having to look at my hands, I just don't want them looking crazy. So I know some people think I'm a little over the top when it comes to the jewelry and my nails, but that's just, chaos. But thank you. Okay. Cut part of it. Like what? Like cut that part. Okay, if we're going to cut this, we need to cut it now because if it sets, I'm never going to get it to cut again. And I will get the Dremel. Oh, okay. I can dig it. Yeah, I like that better. Golly, Troy. Nails on a chalkboard. I'm just on a roll today. Yeah, okay. I can dig it. That one, I can deal with that now that that weird little shape is cut. Let's pour 2 more of those, so then we'll have 5, and then we'll put the other 2 on the other side. We'll get them waxed up first. I'll take a Dremel to that and smooth that out so it doesn't look like I just cut it. This little pumpkin will just go into Happy Mail, as usual. The bag of overpour that you guys know I give away in Happy Mail. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Sybil. Veronica, how are you? I just love when I see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Hey, where's Vicki Browning? Is Vicki Browning doing okay? Ash? All right, let's get another pipet. These are in my Amazon store. I just buy them in a big bunch, and I don't wash them out. I throw them away. I know some reuse their pipets, which you got to be pretty quick if you're going to reuse that, because the resin's going to harden. But I don't even know why I'm worrying about the stem, because we're probably going to chop it off. Okay. Now for real, we will put these away because we won't need this. Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's push this. Did Uncle give you Costco pizza? You don't have shoes on. She's going to play with you and bite your feeties, and then is going to bite your feeties for real. Okay, let's play. Let's take out honey. Honey. This is the bronze age that I was saying will look actually marvelous. And you know what? Probably these are how the Fit-A-Bear waxes used to come, were in the tubes. So this is Firebird. This is Firebird. Has it been an hour? Should I talk to you yet? You're just lucky you're cute. And you're lucky you're mine. Because after that... let's take a little bit of the red amber, the aged brass, and the rich copper. Oh, rich copper. Oh, okay. Let's see what happened was... Okay, we need to clean these with some isopropyl alcohol. No. What are you doing? I know. But really and truly, after what you did to me today, which, by the way, you'd think that Troy wasn't sitting going, He was. Uh-huh. I got a long ways to go, but my vision is coming back. Oh! Thank goodness. No, I can't. Not right now. All right, we're going to use some isopropyl alcohol. You always want to clean your castings. Not right now. Later. Did you just burp in my face? Gosh, you're such a boy. Ay, ay, ay. You just belched in my face. I love you too. Yep. I love you too. Uh-huh. Oh, you know what we need to do? Troy, boy, can you go get your glasses? Your eyes are getting red, son. Oh, yeah, you missed a lot, Miss Kathy. You missed a whole lot. Excuse me, baby boy. Excuse me. Mama's got to get her Dremel. All right. So if you don't have a Dremel, just use your gator or sandpaper or something. But you do want to sand the back of your castings because your castings will have that. It's always hard to show you guys, but there is a lip that goes around that outer edge of your casting, and that lip is really annoying when you're trying to put like your heavy body gel down, because you've got to put that much more heavy body gel in order to account for that gap before it makes contact with your surface. So just take, if you have a Dremel, if you have, your gator, please wear a mask or something. Don't inhale the resin. I'm doing it over my trash can, especially because this is the black and that the resin dust is going to go all over. You'll see my hands in a minute will be covered. But you'll see a big difference whenever you do get that little part. And I realize I haven't taken those out yet. Get that little lip off of the back. You see all of that that's coming off? That's the lip that goes around the edge. And it's just a waste of product because you have to put so much more. And yeah, if you were smart, you would have done this before you cleaned them. But, I tend to do it every single time. I used to not forget it, but that was because the Dremel was hooked on the cart right next to me. Now it's across the room where the waxes are. All right, let's get these Mama Jammas out. Look at how much that dust is. And all I'm doing is just putting a bend into them. It actually looks okay that they're not sitting flush onto the pumpkins. Hi, Roxanne. I know. I love the way you did that, Veronica. I missed you, Terry. But I really missed Troy. We missed you too, Veronica. I remember when the first couple of times I seen your name in the comments on Dina and Kenny's lives. Oh my goodness, it just made me smile. Okay, so I'm going to take the Dremel to these last couple. I realize I have 6 on the table. We won't use all 6. So I couldn't go into detail, Ms. Kathy, but I think everybody kind of got the gist of what happened. But yeah, I was talking about it at the beginning of the live. I don't think anybody really wanted me to tell the whole story. All right. Wow, this one had a big gap in there. There's a lot of so this one wasn't I just talking about how it's important that my hands don't look all grubby and nasty, and then now look at my hands. But if you guys see, look at how much of a ridge was along this particular piece. Okay. Let's try that again. Not be a dork and clean them before. This is another step that you don't want to skip. You always want to clean your molds with a little isopropyl alcohol, mineral spirit, something. But you want some type of degreaser. And if you say, well, I just took it out of the molds, how can that be? Seriously, honestly, and truthfully, it makes a big difference if you just clean your molds off prior to putting any paint or anything else on them. All right, so let's play with some of these. Now, the hue harmony, didn't I thought I put a scrunchie on my hand. The hue harmony on these, I don't know where it went. Anyways, it's going to be in the same family. Good morning, Nikki Hunter. Hi, Barbara Ross. I need some of that quickie resin. Quickie. Okay, so let's figure out. This was the one that we cut, and the way that lip. Look at there's resin in my nail. Oh well, I'm not gonna have to get that off later. Okay, so we'll put that one like that. I think I'm going to cut all of these stems, to be honest. Okay. So let's get and we'll probably end up just mixing them all on there because leaves are not one color, right? Oh, I mean, I guess some could. Just depends. Okay. I'm going to take the honey because the honey is the brightest one of them all. So the honey will probably be at the top. This one is the aged brass, which is one of my favorites. I don't know if we'll use that red amber because there's not too much of the red, but we might sprinkle some of that in. But then again, the rich copper kind of takes some of that. Now this is the Firebird. I don't know if I'm going to be able to twist this off because I can't grip it. I can. Look at that. So let's just do a little mixy. Still didn't grab the brush that I wanted. I get a pass today for being scatterbrained because Lord have mercy. All the other days that I'm scatterbrained, I get it. No pass. And then we're also going to pull out our white pearl. I saw, and in my cart, I saw. Oh, thank you, Donnie. Donnie's like, we'll give you a pass today. All right, so these two will probably be our toppers. So let's work from this way to that way. Gosh, one of these days I'll remember to take the links out of my watch. My world watch. So this one here is the rich copper. And then this one is Firebird. Okay. The reason why Finn stopped putting them in these is because she got a lot of feedback about them drying out and you can see it's pulling away. But if you still have yours like this, sometimes you might have to run through that top layer like you guys see me digging down, but it's still good. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I just had to dig into that so hard. I know that there's still quite a bit of Firebird on there, and I don't want that much. And then we will keep the lighter ones by themselves. Hey Nicole, I haven't seen Juicy in a long time. Yeah, I haven't seen her either. After her that happened to her page, I thought I remembered a little tip of her along the way. Mount a jar opener under. I have a jar opener underneath my desk that Laurel sent to me. It's not that it was too tight. It's I can't grip with my hand. Oh, you guys, look. All right. So these are our lighter. So let's take. I almost want. I know. Because there are some pinks over here. I think when my hand first started acting up, Laurel sent me the opener, and I do have it. It's mounted under there. All right, I am gonna go ahead and mix the red. The red amber with a little bit of the Firebird. Thank you, Joanne. Hello. Hey, Chris. All right, let's do. Wait, Chris, I said hi to you, didn't I? All right, so we're gonna take some of the red amber. You see, there's a difference between. Now I'm looking at the base, which is down there. So I'm using the red amber to kind of our darkers to be down at the base of it, and then we're going to mix in our other colors. Now this is the one that I cut. All right, so last time we used, so let's come in with a little bit of the honey this time to bring in more of our yellows. Which I think a lot of people sleep on honey because it's both a weird color on the packaging and when it comes out. But I love the color. It's very fall-esque as well. So you can see they're very different. Okay, now when you get a little bit too excited and get some goopies, we're going to take a clean brush and move them along so there's no goopies and it doesn't take weeks for it to set. And then let's take a little bit of the white pearl. Since we use the aged brass as our highlight, and we're going to take just a very minimal amount of that and see how that kicks down the red amber. And I'm going to do it the same way as we did with the, oh, geez. I'm just saying, if you have not picked this one up, oy. Oh, my googly moogly. Yes, please. Oh, yes, please. I like it. Keep doing this. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. Yep. So many. Yes, you don't need to do this many, Avi. You guys know I'm always a little over the top. However, when you're dealing with leaves and then we're kind of doing something fall-esque, of course, I'm going to take the opportunity to bring out all of the favorites. So I'm going to break through that top again. And the nice thing about doing the black resin is it really helps with your, the shadows and the depth that you would normally probably go back in and use. Like with an antiquing paste or something like that, because you already have your black casting, you really can cut out a step. Okay, we have 3 that are more on the red and dark side. Now let's do the last 2 with just our lighter colors. So these are right now what we have for who's snoring? Is that Jack? Somebody is sleeping good. Hey now. All right, so I'm going to keep with the brush, which is just the aged brass. Actually, let's take a little bit of the bronze age first. Someone's sleeping good. All right, let's get yeah. Yes, Celestial Midnight and White. Oh, yes. I wish I had your eye for me. Aw, thanks, Mac. But I'm pretty sure you do. You're pretty much a genius as it is when it comes to crafting. So I'm pretty sure you do. All right, so we'll have this one not so much with our reds. And then we got a little carried away. That's why you guys see me work with the paper towel so much. So you can dab off all of the clumpy lumpies, you see. And those clumpy lumpies, it actually takes a long time for the wax to set as it is. And when you have those big lumpy clumpies like that, it makes it worse. But look at that. There was a time that I went through this period. I think I've told this story before, where I had such a hard time using acrylic paint. I fell in love with the waxes, and I used the waxes in place of paint every single time. And I don't know what was wrong, but nothing looked right. Everything had to be painted black first, and then everything needed to have a wax on it. And, you know, because you don't obviously need to use it in a dry brushing technique. You can make it so that it's very opaque and from left to right, top to bottom, that one color. And that's exactly what I would do. And for a long time, you could probably even see it on my Instagram. I believe I was posting at that time. Maybe not. I don't remember. But yeah, it was just all I would do is use waxes. That's why if you guys see my draw, it has every kind of wax that Finnabair even came out with. Matte ones, opal ones, metallic ones. I mean, and it took a long, long time to break that habit. I just didn't like anything else. I didn't like the way it looked. And it's when I do stuff like this that I'm like, oh. Jack is snoring. Onyx is having nightmares. Puppy mirrors. Puppy mirrors. So we've got 3 with some red tones. And then, I don't like all of the black under there. And then the other ones are just more neutral yellows and the white, which I mixed that white with the aged brass, and holy guacamole, that was really pretty. Look at that. Sherry, well, she used metallic waxes from Amazon, and they had a metallic white. I was so excited that you had one. The one she used, you get them in a palette, right? Yes, I actually have some of those. I'm pretty sure I still have them. I think I bought them at the very beginning when I started using waxes before I found Finnabair. All right. I'm happy with those and the mess that I've made on my hands. That's actually that other one that I cut off. We might end up using those to go up the stem. We'll see. It's this little bit that looks like it could be a leaf just on its own. So we won't throw these in the water. We won't throw them in the water just yet, because, you know, I'll throw them in the water and then I'll say, why did you do that? Because you still need them. So we'll put them right here for right now. And then let's get out some heavy body gel. Heavy body gel. I don't know. I don't know. It just comes out that way. Hold on now. All right, those are just gonna stay in screen. I can't help it. All right, heavy body jail. Oh God, can I not sit on my phone now? You watch. You watch. Every single time he comes, it's like he knows. He knows. He knows. All right, let's get out this Mama Jamma. And typically, because you put transfers on glass, you would not put any type of top coat on them. However, I'm half tempted to very carefully, especially on the bigger ones, because they're in this crease. I will probably end up putting a top coat on them very carefully. Oy vey, is this the right one? I almost opened up the gesso, the white gesso the other day, just willy-nilly. Almost had white gesso all over my lap. Heavy body gel, right? Heavy body gel. Okay. It is so weird. I don't know if there's no comments coming in, but all I have are YouTube comments. Am I even still on, except for YouTube? I think I am. Okay. So, see, I don't mind that these are not flush down with the pumpkin. I don't want them sticking off like that, but having them kind of off doesn't bother me. We are going to heat these up just a little bit so I can bend it. My particular heat gun goes up very, very high, as you can see. It's only at 530. I'm going to turn it. It's going to be very hot, but I'm going to turn it so that I don't melt the wax. And I'm just going to bend it slightly, but I don't want it flush with that pumpkin because I just don't think it's necessary. All right. Hot, 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 hot. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Gabby. Goodness gracious, Gabby. What time is it? All right. So it's just got a little curve, if you can see. I don't know if you can even tell. It just got a little bitty one. We're going to put some heavy body gel. Hold on a minute. Whoa! I'm all tangled up in cords because I had to sit on my phone. Troy. Oy, oy, oy. Cuggly muggly, y'all. Cuggly muggly. It's okay, Mama. I'm not going to make you move today. You're not in my way. All right. And we're going to get just a couple of little... You're left-handed, Terry. Put it on the left side. All right. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Napic. How are you? Oh, you didn't even... Trees, did you really have to ask why she was laughing? Anytime I shower myself in, or am about to shower myself in paint, it just tickles Sue to death. All right, so we are just going to... Oh, hold on a minute. I don't want to put tape on the transfer, so hold on. I didn't even have to ask her. I already knew why she was laughing. Because it's a new heavy body JL, we need to give it a second to catch, but it will be fine once it does catch. Okay, so I think that the way that this is shaped, it's gonna look funny if it's on the other side of that one. So this one, we're going to have you kind of that way, I think. And I believe you're the same. Yes, you are. So we'll have the 3 on this side because this this side has the bigger opening as far as spacing goes. Do I want that to cover that flower though? No, I don't like that at all. It's hot in Germany, so you can't sleep. Hola, Olga. You could have avoided having to heat these back up had we have, like, you guys have seen when I've taken them out of the castings before, I have taped them down and let them cool on the bottle is usually what we have put it on. So I'm going to do that for just a second because the way that this one lays is throwing me for a loop-de-loo because it points funny. So, and I think it's the stem that's throwing me off. All right, I can deal with that. I just popped that stem off. I have a bad habit of working over here because the camera is right here where the stand is, so I can't see. So I try to move away from the camera, but you guys can see, so I need not to do that. Sorry. Hi, Shonda. How are you? Okay, again, be very careful when you heat these up because it's super duper hot. Oh, you bozo. All right, I think we'll end up snapping the stem on these as well. So we have that. I'm going to do it because, y'all, it's driving me nuts the way it points. That's the bigger flower. I don't want to cover it up. Maybe we'll let these stick off a little bit. I don't know. That's not gonna... I guess we don't have to have it bunched up. We can have the 3 over there bunched and then this one with it kind of open like that. You guys even see? But see, then we've got this weird little thing that's happening right here. Okay, these should have cooled enough for me to... Yeah, they're shaped enough. I might move this one now. Whoa! Actually, I need it off. Hi, Celeste. Ah! I know it should be easier and it should just be like put them on there, but it's not. They've got to look like they're supposed to be there and not like weird. And it's starting to look weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th one, yeah. Hold on. I got to be careful. I didn't try to stick it down on the transfers. It would pull them off. Okay, maybe just not bunch them together. Yeah. The thing is I'm glad I didn't do that though, but I will. I just don't want it to look. Maybe we'll just do the 3. No, this one. This one. I think maybe just the 3. I think the 5 is too much. I know it's hard for you guys to see because you guys are top down. Again, one of the only times where I would want to be in portrait. But I just think, let me get this heavy body gel off, otherwise it's never going to come off. Yeah. I like that one on there. Maybe it's the way that it's coming onto that flower. Okay. See, that one fits so that it's not in on top of the flower. It was either Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but I got it last year. Okay, so that one's gonna go there. We'll put this one here. See, there's not any big flower over on that side over here, so I don't mind that like that, and then these on this side. Hi, Teresa Cherry. How are you? I'm waiting for the glue gun. Hi, Deb. I'm waiting for the glue gun to heat up so that way I can tack it and then I don't have to put the glue on, or the tape on. What do you mean a new craft room? Like, move to a different part of your house and take over another room, or do you craft somewhere else? All right, I'm literally putting on like 3 little dashes of hot glue. How we got 7 webs. Weird. All right, now I got webs all over my fingers. After I get these on, I will see what you guys think about if you think they should be laid flat. That's gonna drive me nuts. Or if we like them kind of sticking up a little bit off of the pumpkin. Okay, So then we'll put this one right here, I think, because it's only going to cover just that little one. And I'm not mad at that, because anything else would be too close. Okay, I don't hate that. And then I think it was this little flower up here. I think it almost has to be this one. This is why I don't use my Sure Bonder anymore, because it's like it's possessed. See, I got on my transfer. Crazy. You go back in the holster where you belong. Thank you kindly. Okay, hold on just a minute. I do want to bend this one a little bit. I said I don't mind them sticking off just a little. But this one's going straight out, so I'm going to hold it for just a second and let it cool so that it's pointed down a little bit. I think that one's sticking off too, but it's not as bad. Maybe it is. Maybe it does need to be pointed down just a little bit. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I thought I was going to be mad at it. You need to be charged. Let me down. Little cordless. So you see how that one is sticking off just a little bit. I don't know if it should be pointed down a bit. But that one is the one with the biggest flower. So where the 2 is. And then obviously so if you guys weren't here yesterday, that's not going to be able to be seen. So these are just little like rose flowers that I found in my stash. And then I guess the one on the back side here. once the heavy body gel dries under there, those aren't going to go anywhere because those are on there. I can see the connection that's on there. But what do you guys think? Do we like the leaves? In nature, they would be sticking up or out a little bit. Yeah, true. Hey, Trish. True. I just didn't know if you guys thought it was too much. I guess not. I mean, that one pointed down a little. This one was obnoxious. I know you guys can't see what I'm talking about. This one was obnoxious, but it laid, I pushed it down a little bit with the gun. Because this one is where that, you know, the rivet is, it just looks like it's a lot higher than it is, but I guess it isn't bad. It is really pretty though. These will go, well, this will go, I guess I'll throw these away because I'm not going to put those in the bag that they're already waxed. Real leaves do stand up and up. Yeah. Hi, Lori. I don't think I said hi to you. Very true. Let's clean up just that little bit, though I see sticking out with the heavy body gel. Heavy body gel. I can see it sticking up out of here. And I do like the black because from the back, it's not like a big eyesore because it's not bright white in the back. I'm glad we did the black resin. But I am going to, especially on these bigger ones here, just go over it with a little bit of the satin varnish. Because right now, although they're on the glass, there's nothing protecting it from the glass. And this pumpkin, the glass is not this color. If you guys seen when that first piece came off, it took some of the color off. So this is just an overlay that's on here. It's not amber glass. But it is very pretty. And the transfers though are just gorgeous. They're the color of them. There's some heavy body gel right there that we're going to need to get off, but I have to be careful because I don't want to scratch off the color. So, yes, wax the other two pieces and send to Ashley. You want these, Ash? They have wax on it already, though. I mean, I'll send them to you if you want. I was just gonna throw them away because I wasn't gonna put them in the bag because you know, they already have stuff on them. Hi, Leah. Oh, that's okay. Thanks for saying hi. Do you want the pumpkin too? You guys can really see on the pumpkin. You see how high that rivet is? That's what I'm talking about. So you would literally have to put that much heavy body gel to make it flush with the pumpkin and then put the pumpkin on whatever your surface is. And that is such a waste of product when you just can just go in with the Dremel or your, you know, this is when you would take like a 60 or an 80 grit though on the edge like that to get all of that off because that's just obnoxious to waste so much product to fill that gap. Yes, she does because she doesn't have enough wax colors. Oh, okay. Well, if she orders, or I'll throw them in there. So don't forget, tomorrow, well, like I said, the molds are already on the website, but what time is it? Oh, it's early today. The molds are already on the website, but I will show you guys tomorrow, and then don't forget this one is already there. So this would look so pretty, like in a window. Lindy always tells me how she has like those old windows. It would look so pretty, like to do that in like an old window. So pretty. So this, like I said, this one is already there. I will show you what the molds look like tomorrow. There's a few things that were out of stock that are back. Those of you who are waiting, I don't see you here, but Robin, your velvet powder, I don't know what's happening. It's weird. Like the tracking I get is UPS, and then that one gets canceled, and then it comes USPS. So then I lose visibility of it. But I'm thinking that the velvet powder should be here either today or tomorrow. So if you're looking for, it's fabric tissue. If you're looking to try the velvet powders, or you need the decor glue tacky or all of that will be here. It might even be in my mailbox. I noticed that if I don't have a pickup for her, she leaves it in the box. Also, those of you who put in orders, we will be packing orders later on today. I did one of the fiber ones in an old window. I bet, like, you know that big blue one that came out that I showed with the single bird? I just think like this would be so pretty, like in a window pane, like you know those old the old windows, and I would totally leave the window like in its natural state. Like I could just see like an old, but with the wood all chipped away and everything like that. Oh, I said that I was gonna, these two that I didn't use, I was gonna throw away because I had waxed them. I can't even hold them. Because I had waxed them, and Sue said no to send them to you. So this is Prima's fabric tissue. And then this one is called, I was like, it's got that word in it again? No. This one is called Feathers in the Glow. So Feathers in the Glow. See how it's on this big dresser right here? That's really pretty too. But I would just love to see it in a window. Yeah, in its natural state. I could just see like the chipped wood, and then have this like, oh, I just think that'd be gorgeous. I don't ever find anything like that, but then I don't go to like, well, we don't have any estate sales that I have ever found around me. I have Roman shades. I wonder if you could put the fabric tissue on them. Why not? I totally would. That would be cool, Mary Casey. Oh, that would be really cool. Oh my gosh. I mean, because obviously, oh my goodness, that would be flippin' beautiful. If you do that, you definitely need to show me pictures. Yeah. Alrighty, y'all. It was short and sweet. I am hoping that my Rust-Oleum primer gets her today, the bonding primer, so I can spray a couple of these things. But even at that, if the molds get here tomorrow, I really want to use those houses. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fantabulous rest of your day. I will see you back. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Oh, today's trash day. Oh man, I gotta take out the trash. I have a ton of old windows. You do? Oh my gosh, Chris, you have to do it. Oh, Chris. Oh my goodness. Just saying. Alrighty, have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see y'all tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna do. The mind is cluttered, but at least my carpet is clean. Alrighty, y'all. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Talk to you later. Bye.